honor and pleasure, this is the 16th day of November 2022 to commission this flyover, the 8th of such flyovers in different parts of River State, constructed under the visionary, able, competent, rugged, dogged leadership of His Excellency Governor Wike for the use of the people, not only of River State, but all those who live or pass through rivers. And like the Commissioner of Works said, may this overhead bridge translate to improve economic activity, service to commercial life, cut travel time by people who will have opportunity.
Your Excellency, the former governor of Edo State, the former national chairman of All Progressive Congress, former president of Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Adam Aliyu Oshiomhole. Oshebaba. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Adia State, the Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the single Senator Barinada Nkigi, Senator representing the River Southeast Senatorial District, and members of National Assembly that are here, former Senate President Senator John Asota Mbata, the chairman of our great party, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, the gubernatorial candidate and my successor in waiting, and your deputy, leaders of our state, former Minister of Justice and Attorney General, our dear friend, former presidents of Nigerian Bar Association, Oshiomhole Okocha and Okewale are here, they are here. Members of State Executive Council, Chairman River State Traditional Rulers Council, and members of their council, in particular the Eze Ohapara and Yenwel Robert Prikom, who are here. Our dear special guest of honor, let me specially greet your delegates, particularly my lecturer in the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Julius Ihonvere, who is a member of the National Assembly. Our dear women, our dear youths, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Ikwezi Panmekao. Ikwezi Panmekao. Apras Panmekao. Anmekao. Rumezi Panmekao. Epikos Panmekao. Anmekao. Ndriyama. Ma. Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, on behalf of the press, please can you allow people? On behalf of the government and people of the state, most sincerely appreciate you. Thank you, and members of your delegation, for accepting to come to identify with us today to commission the 8th flyover, which is called the Robert Prikom flyover. In spite of a short notice, you were in London when I spoke to you, and you said, look, you will attend, and I want to sincerely, on behalf of the people and the government, thank you most sincerely. We cannot thank you enough. I know how busy it has been. You came back from your rally yesterday, and by 10, 11 p.m., you were with us. We must sincerely thank you and welcome you to Rivers State. Your Excellency, it may interest you to note that just like the MD of the hospital has said, that this is the 8th flyover, and the 9th one will be commissioned tomorrow by Peter Obi. These flyovers, as of last year, June, July, we flagged off the Mbulu Oroworoko flyover, and the same period we flagged off this particular flyover. So within a year, these two flyovers have been completed by Julius Berger. And I want to say authoritatively, the MD is here. We are not owing a dime as far as this flyover is concerned. We have finished paying to Julius Berger. I know when we wanted to start this flyover, of course, you know human beings, nobody will want to make sacrifice. We pleaded with our people. Yes, for a short time, there will be some discomfort. For a short time, you will, of course, have to make sacrifices for this to come up. And I thank my people that they gave Julius Berger the support. And today, those of them who own property here will now know that if they want to sell their property, they know what the value is now. They know what the value is. I'm not saying you should go and sell your property, but if you will sell, it won't have been the same price before now. And today, those of you who own stores here, you now know also the value. So before you get anything better, before development, there must be some discomfort. And we thank God we are through with that discomfort. So I congratulate the entire people who live here and who carry out economic activities in this area for your patience. And today we are celebrating that this road has finally been completed at a record time. We have said before, we will not abandon any project we have started. We will not abandon. I've told Julius Berger that this is my community. I've told them to go and complete all other roads that have not been awarded. We are awarded immediately before I leave office. I have told people, like I told Oshiomhole last night, that this is my community. If I don't do it now, I don't know who will do it. I don't want to wait for my successor because he too has a community. So let me finish my own community. When he comes, let him finish his own community. If everybody comes and work like that, the entire state will be developed. Let me use this opportunity, Your Excellency, to say this today. Party is like a conveyor belt. Party is a vehicle to take you to the destination. When you get to the destination, you come down from that vehicle and focus on governance. Governance does not know about party. Governance does not know about ethnicity. Governance does not know about religion. Governance is for everybody, whether those who supported you or those who did not support you. That is what governance is all about. So many people have been saying, why am I inviting other people to come and commission projects, and I'm not inviting those who are supposed, according to them, that are in my party? I said, first of all, there's no law that said I must only invite my party members to commission my projects. What is important is when you also invite other parties, they come and see really what they are hearing, whether it is correct. I'm sure today, our brother, Oshiomhole, when he goes back, he will say, look, all those things I've been hearing, I have gone, I have seen, and it is correct. And it is correct. And so people should not say, in fact, tomorrow P2B is coming, it's not in my party. On Monday, Kwakwanso is coming, it's not in my party. If anybody wants to die, you die.
As he depend them, he does see with us. As he does see with us, he go depend them.
Your Excellency, you know, in this part of the world, I don't know the part where you come from, but in this part of the world, when they sweet us, they paint them. When they paint them, they sweet us.
He dey see with us, as he dey see with us, he go dey say, as he dey paint them, he go dey see with us, as he dey see with us, he go dey paint them. Yes, we can pepper them, we say pepper them, we tell these and us pepper them, we can pepper them. I was wrong about you are welcome, I say pepper them. I see the scene, I saw he be, you say pepper them. Project here and there, every day commission, oh pepper them. Yes, we can pepper them, oh pepper them.
What's required in this country today is about united Nigeria. It's how all of us can see ourselves as one. It's how all of us can see ourselves as our brothers' keepers. We don't need to see ourselves that you are from this place, you are from the other side. We need a Nigeria that all of us can be proud of, that I will know that truly I'm not a second-class citizen. The same right you have is the same right I have. The same opportunities you have will be the same opportunities I will have. No need of saying that you are not from this place, people will not vote for you. No, we will not want that. We want a Nigeria that everybody can say, indeed, this is the leader we have. Indeed, this is the Nigeria we are looking for. Indeed, the Nigeria we are looking for has come to stay. And so for us, all we are looking for is how Nigeria will progress, how people will have food on their tables. It's not about ethnicity, it's not about religion, it's not about party. It's about how Nigeria will progress. That is where we stand. And like I said, politics now is a matter of interest. You must tell me what is the interest of the people of Rivers State. You must tell me what's the interest of my community. If my state will not benefit, I will not join you. I will not join anybody who does not want my state to benefit. I will not support anybody who does not like my state. Because for us here, if you hate us, we hate you. If you like us, we like you. If you do for me, I do for you. If you fall for me, I fall for you.
Agreement is agreement, yo, chai. Agreement is agreement, yo, chai. We talk something before now, you can't begin to do nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo.
So, what is important about leadership is integrity. When you have lost integrity, there's nothing you can offer again. And that is the problem we're having in this country, where politicians will stand up and make a statement. And then people are watching you to fulfill that statement you have made, the promise you have made. And then when you don't, Nigerians will now say, that is how politicians behave. I don't agree to that. Individuals can behave that way. I will not behave that way. If I say something today, I will make sure I do it. If there's any reason why I will not do it, I have to come back to you and let you know this is the reason. And that is what they call integrity. If you want to lead the people, you must lead by example. So people should stop thinking that blackmailing people will help anybody. It will not help anybody. Rather, it will damage your case the more. Nobody can intimidate us. Nobody can tell us what we'll do. Nobody can tell me who is my friend. I will choose my friend. Nobody can choose my friend for me. I saw this opportunity like I did last time to apologize to you. You know, I came to Edo State to make sure your candidate didn't win the election. And I was virtually in charge every day coming out on television to take you on. And I said you will not win and that you didn't win.
Morale, nobody gets it moral like we get. Morale, nobody gets it moral like we get.
Well, that assignment has been done, but we now know who is who. I want to tell my people I sincerely apologize. So you, I sincerely apologize. This is a national television. And, you know, each time you learn, people will praise you when you do for them. The day you say, no, you are wrong, they begin to say all sorts of things. I'm sure those of them in my party before, they cannot say anything without mentioning Wike. But now because I said, let the right thing be done. Let agreement be agreement. Let Yendeba. So So because I have said that, I have not become a nobody, I have not become an enemy. These are people who are praising me morning, night, any day. But because we said, look, we had an agreement, do this, do that. And some people believe that they will not. And we said it must be done. We stand for equity, fairness, and justice. That is what we stand for. And that's what the G5 will continue to preach. We have said we are not against reconciliation, but reconciliation must be based on equity, fairness, and justice. So I want to still apologize for all the things I said that time. But you too, you prepared me here. During 2019 election, you sent in all the soldiers in this world. But the people stood firm and resisted it. So you did me one, me I did you one. So it's not Gigi, so we forgive ourselves. Because 2019, you came here, I was watching you at the Lekaya Stadium. When you came back from Bayelsa and you lost the Supreme Court, I saw the face, all of you, that national television. So I didn't know you had another alternative to make sure you moved every soldier in this country. So when we succeeded, I said, okay, me, I will go for return leg. So it was that return leg I came to Edo, and I made sure that me, I succeeded, but you did not succeed. So now we are friends. So let bygone be bygone. So you did me, I retaliated. But even though in the Bible they say when somebody does you bad, don't retaliate. Politically, when anybody does it back, retaliate. Retaliate. Because if you don't retaliate, you don't know whether you survive the next one. And there are people who say that when a madman flogs you, don't run. Flog the madman back. So the madman will know how painful it is. But if the madman flogs you around it, the madman will be chasing you. But if you stop and flog the madman, this is very painful. Then the madman will start running. That is what is expected. Politics is not religion at all. When we go and worship, we worship. But when we're in the arena, you do me, I will do you back. That's how it's supposed to be. So we are not saying that. You see, if you come to politics, politics is different as pastor. When you go to church, you preach as a pastor, you do according to the word of God and the Bible. But when you go into politics, it's not everything you follow like that. Because before you know it, they would have taken you off. If not that we affirm, your party needed this state badly. Badly. And thank God, your president has given us the best as the best infrastructure state. So I don't know again what people who campaign in our state again, because I'm carrying the result everywhere I'm going to. I say, since the result was given to me by President Muhammad Buhari, who is the father of your party. So people should surrender. There's no need of campaigning, because the result has been announced by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I thank you for coming. I can see what is going on here. And people like you who have worked in your state, that's the people I invite to come and commission projects that will touch on the lives of the people. It is very, very important. And I know you are not somebody who would like to flatter anybody. You shoot straight. That's why when you are shooting straight as chairman of the party, some people are not happy. They have to gang up for you to leave. This is the politics we're talking about. So you can see the reality. You may think you want to straighten things. Some people call you back, my friend, you are straightening too much, bend. I know Nigerians, they don't like anything that's too straight. They find a way to circumvent it, to make sure the man who wants to do the right thing is taken out of that place. But God's time is the best, and I believe that was God's time. As a Catholic, you know it. If God does not sanction it, it will not happen. Even though we were happy that you are going, because you are too strong. Anybody who watches you talk, sometimes the opposition does not know what to say again. So the day you are removed, we say, God, we thank you that this trouble man has gone. He has given us a lot of heat. And so you can see how comfortable now we are. If you are a national chairman now, the kind of things you will say will be a problem for us. So I want to use this opportunity to call you, to talk to your people. You are from the South. You're a friend to River State. During the period of Dr. Peter Odle, you are very close to him. So I'm merely continuing the relationship you had with Dr. Peter Odle, who is our father and who is our leader in this state. So I hereby invite you to talk to our people and then proceed to commission this project. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellency, my brother, my friend, and my authentic comrade, Nancy Wike, the executive governor of the great River State. Let me appreciate the deputy governor of River State, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, my neighbor and friend, Mr. Adoke. I told him this morning that once a general, always a general. I also observed as we were coming in, a former president of Nigeria Bar Association, I believe Mr. Okocha, SAN, the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, River State, the very articulate, young, active, dogged Commissioner of Works, who deliver a sort of tutorial on the construction of roads and overhead bridges. I told Wike that he has an intellectual as a Commissioner for Works. Allow me to respect. Now I remember River people are very tall. Former Deputy Speaker, I believe, of House of Representatives, and other former honorable members of the House of Representatives from River State who are here. Your Excellency, allow me to also appreciate and formally introduce to you some members of my delegation who accompany me here. You have already by yourself mentioned Honorable Professor Julius Ihobere, who you proudly told me was your teacher, and he's now teaching legislators in Abuja. We also have Honorable Asowere, a ranking member of the House of Representatives, representing the great people of Oshiomhole Federal Constituency in Edo State. We also have a very young, brilliant member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Dennis Idahosa. And Mr. Governor, one of the victims of your fight, some of them are here. The former, he was the running mate, Deputy Governor running mate to Pastor Ize Yamu, Honorable Gani Audu. When he heard that you have invited me, he said whether I invite him or not, he will come. He drove all the way, 5-hour drive from Benin to arrive here this morning. And he came along with the number they now call G14. It includes Honorable Chris Okaigben, Honorable Uyi Esuhoyi, and there are about 14 of them, Honorable Washington. They all came to show you their faces, the scars or their faces arising from your battles in Benin. And having listened to you, I am sure they are going back with those scars gone. Let me appreciate all the women who are here, many of whom take turn to dance and to entertain us, including those young girls, which the governor told me are students. And I told the governor, your people look very well fed. And if I had come here with 2 of my sons, I guess they will have no reason to go by without collecting numbers and following through.
If we get touch you, if we get touch you, yes, so we get touch you. Hunger go go.
Thank you. As if you knew I ate so much last night and even this morning. But despite of that, you can see my height has not improved. Let me appreciate all the traditional rulers and royal fathers that are here. And I'm very excited that the governor is at home with our traditional rulers. Because we must respect tradition. If we don't know our culture and tradition, we won't know who we are, who we represent. So your royal fathers, I want to appreciate all of you, including the chairman of the traditional rulers. Let me appreciate the young men, the energy you show. When you see Governor Wike doing what he's doing, he derives his strength from the fact that there are young men and women in this state who are ready to go the whole hog with him. If he comes to battle, they will join him in battle. Celebrations, they will join him in celebration. And on election day, they will join him in voting and defeating my party in Rivers. So, Wike, I will take some of the youth to Edo so that your potency will be less, and so that we may have opportunity here. But sir, on behalf of my delegation and my humble self, and even on behalf of my family, I want to thank you, sir, for Your Excellency, for extending invitation to me at this time. It means much more to me than you can imagine. Because like you said, I rose from being a worker. The only thing you didn't mention is that I was once a factory hand, earning 5 shillings and 3 pence a day, in a textile factory. And so I am an ex-worker. And then I became an organizer of textile workers, which is why I like to wear what we sew. And including the one you are wearing, Your Excellency, is made by my people, if not here, somewhere else, but they are garment and fashion people. And then I became chairman of the party, a governor of Edo, president of NLC, and then I was removed as chairman. You can't know who is who until you leave an office. And so For you, I'm just another guest. For me, I think I feel very privileged that you are inviting me at a time when I'm not in a position to do anything for anyone. Even the mouth to talk cannot be as strong when you do not have a platform. So I want to thank you for recognition. And I think that listening to you and watching what you do, there are a couple of things I think we share. What is obvious that we don't share is your height. And as part of your attempt to overfeed me last night and even this morning, doctor has told me it's a hopeless case. You believe that in a democracy, yes, we need political parties, and we need to contest election. And that in doing so, when we make promises and people give us the benefit of the doubt, when the election season is over, we should move away from politics to projects. And that is why even our president, who is not very generous in praising people, he doesn't have much qualification in terms of flattering. He doesn't flatter. He will give you recognition if you don't merit it. And that is why I can reveal this. It took him almost 7 years before he conferred the first national honors. Because he said to me when I was chairman, we don't throw honors away. You have to honor people who really merit it. 1 year in office, 2 years in office is not enough for him to assess people. And you can see you are one of the very few. And I think it shows that was particularly celebrated that President Muhammadu Buhari find in your person, based on your activities, in spite of your non-flattering statement about his government, find you worthy of that honor as Mr. Projects. I think Rivers people should be proud because our people often say that prophets are not appreciated at home. Governor Wike truly has transformed this city. And like you said, this is the only city when I was president of the NLC, we came here to organize a national May Day rally. Usually we do May Day rally in Abuja being the federal capital and Lagos, which is the industrial city of Nigeria, commercial city. But we decided to come to Rivers because we also find one of your predecessors, who you rightly acknowledge as your leader, and my leader too, Dr. Peter Odili. He did some incredible work, and it was during their time they were struggling for what we refer to then as resource control. And as president of the NLC, I mobilized my colleagues that Nigeria can't have justice. I mean, a peace and stability if there is no justice. And that it is unacceptable that people who live by the water can't drink the water because it has been polluted on account of economic activities of multinationals. And through that exploitation, we have resources to run the federal government. That those states deserve to have extra money, not just for the fact that the oil comes from this part of the country, but engineers also know. I'm not an engineer, but as a former president of the NLC and as a governor of Edo State, I had close interaction with engineers, including Julius Berger. I know that places like this, you need some time to pile the road or pile the foundation before you can erect a structure. So the average cost of doing a kilometer of road in Rivers must be one of the highest because of the nature of the terrain, compared to what it would cost in a place like Abuja. So, sir, I can reveal this to you. Even as we said those things I said in 2019, I admitted everything I said, even if I deny it, Gogo cannot deny it. Gogo is a terrible recorder. If you record what I say, you just press it and you get the facts. The truth is, I haven't had anyone who is able to say with some measure of confidence that Governor Wike, you now just talk. You talk, you walk the talk. You walk the talk. As they say, talk is cheap. But like you said, in politics, I can't come to this place when we want the votes and begin to celebrate you. If I celebrate you, like our president has celebrated you now, and you are using the certificate to make the most potent campaign against my own party, what can we say? Facts are stubborn. Facts are very, very stubborn. So I agree that even your worst critic will admit that Governor Wike has made a difference. You made a difference not only in terms of projects, but even your statement this afternoon. I join you in saying, because I've had cause to say that in Benin when I was governor of Edo State, that how can a country be governed by people who cannot be trusted? When politicians make statements, make promises, or even make agreements, or even enact laws, and the laws are not to be obeyed by themselves, they are to be obeyed by others. And when they default in their promises or understanding, they will say, but that is politics for you. There was a day I said to people in Edo, I said, if to be a politician is to say what you know is not correct and push it, then you know that those who live as liars, according to my own religion, thou shalt not lie. And so if lie is the name of the game, it means we are all candidates for hell. And I don't want to go to hell. I've sweat enough on this planet Earth, and my hope is that when I depart, that I'll have a better place to transit. 2 weeks ago, Your Excellency, I had an interview. And somebody asked me, what are my views with particular reference to the issues in PDP as it relates to Your Excellency? And I said, well, I don't think I'm the right person to be asked such a question. However, if he insists I must answer, I will say, and I will repeat it here. I say, Wike is my man of the year. Because he is insisting that politics should not be about making agreements that we do not intend to deliver on. Leadership is about character. And I asked the guy, I said, why will you assemble governors across party divide on their own free will? I believe in freedom of association. So they voluntarily decided to meet across party divide, both PDP governors, APC governors. They met in Asaba. And they were hosted. They had dinner. I guess they also had champagne as well. But the takeaway that was communicated to us was that they have said they are united on one issue: the next presidency, where it should come from. So if you voluntarily reach agreement, you are expected to obey your agreement. Now, if you disobey the agreement and somebody say, no, me, I will start by the agreement, what is wrong with that? And I said to the person, and you've just mentioned it here now, sir, that the problem in Nigeria is that the ordinary man on the street, and even the not so ordinary, they want courageous leaders. They want vocal leaders. They want people who will shoot straight, who they can predict their action. But a small segment of the elite, political elite, don't want straightforward talk. They will say you have to be politically correct. But the truth, to be politically correct is to be smart in saying exactly what you will not do. So you rather not be politically correct and be trusted by the people. The trust that Governor Wike command in Rivers State is not thrown at him. You earn it. You earn it. 3 weeks ago, I think the British people had, the Conservative Party had a new prime minister. And one of the things he said, trust has been destroyed in his party because his predecessors deviated from the campaign manifesto on basis of which they were elected. And he has to rebuild that trust. And he said, I will work hard to earn your trust. So it is not just about, because we are developing countries. If we, in Britain, our colonial past, they are dealing with issues of integrity, consistency, and reliability in leadership. So, sir, as a short man, I'm not expected to make a speech longer than my height. I listened to you attentively, and you said Peter Obi is coming tomorrow. I want to congratulate you for that. Because I also invited Peter Obi when I was governor. And those executive exchanges have a way of communicating to our people that political divide is not war. And I also invited governors from other states to Edo the last 1 week before the end of my tenure. I should say for them to see what I was able to do, or some of the things I was able to do. I promise that when I get back to Abuja, I will take my mouth talk am, which I see. The overhead bridge, the flyover I saw is not a covert. Because you also see there are people who have occupied the office you are occupying and the one I had occupied before who commission coverts. And they said they were flyovers. Because the water is flowing under the bridge, so it is a flyover. But what I'm seeing here is a beautiful flyover that you will find anywhere in the world. I congratulate the contractors for earning your trust and delivery on the project. When the contractor said you gave them moral and financial support, I said, Julius Berger doesn't need moral support. There's only one support they need. You pay, I work. You no pay, you no go work. And they are not cheap, but they will give you good quality. You don't have to revisit this road in the next 35 years. So I congratulate both Julius Berger and Your Excellency. Let me wrap up by saying that it is my hope and prayers that more people like you will come into governance. Because a country cannot be led by people who can sustain a fight on what they believe in. Somebody asked me, but the matter don't do. I say, you cannot correct the truth. I mean, you can't change a position you have taken on principle if the basis of the decision has not changed. That is character. I must have heard me talking about character when I was national chairman. The only thing I like to deny, because it is not the truth, Your Excellency, I have never been a commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces. I have never led or commanded the army, commanded the Air Force, nor did I have the opportunity to command the police. I was even told when I was growing up that by my height, I am not eligible to join any armed, whether Air Force, Navy, Army, Police. So I hereby publicly deny that I never used the armed forces against you. And if anybody use the armed forces against you and you can prove it, Attorney General, you are here. The sin of one man cannot be visited on another. I deny I never did that, and I will never do that. I also want to remind Your Excellency that before I was able to take out PDP from Edo State in 2007, to dismantle PDP ruthless rigging machine at that time, I had to launch what I call one man, one vote campaign. And I invited everybody. Some people accused me, why did I invite some military people who have retired? I said, the church is for sinners. We need everybody to understand that the beauty of democracy is that the power to hire and fire leaders is vested on the people. And that's why I'm happy that incrementally the process is getting better. INEC is doing everything to make elections more transparent. So I am with you in your conviction that we must deal with issues of character and trust in leadership. And I will join you on that fight. Like you said, I got fired. But why should I be fired? It's not my first time of being fired. As a union leader, I was fired. A worker, I was fired, so I became full-time union leader. So I retired as governor and became chairman. I got fired. But my faith in Nigeria was not fired. I remain convinced that this country deserves our best. We must never allow any one of us to be frustrated. We mustn't allow one disappointment to define our life. We must see beyond the challenges of the moment and believe that others can learn from it. As you can see, you inviting me here, even after I've been fired as chairman, shows that there are still people who appreciate me. What more can I ask for? I want to sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart for this rare privilege. May God bless you. May God shield you from any principality, as we will say in church. And may God enrich you with wisdom, because power without wisdom can be dangerous. That you are able to remember your community is about wisdom. So people govern, when they have left, they go back home, their people say, Shebi, you are here now. They say, your own don't finish now. Come and take the pepper soup with us. Road you no do. What are you no do? Now you come home. I'm sure even walking through the road, I can see your people acknowledging you are wondering who is that short man by your side, whether you're PA or something. Now, how many governors can actually walk like that? And you were the one telling the security man, look, take it easy. Allow the people to greet me. Allow them to come out and share their feelings. That is leadership. May God bless you. And for all of you, the media, our royal fathers, our guests, those I didn't remember to mention, forgive me that if I didn't mention your name, because I didn't have a comprehensive protocol list, but I stand on all the protocols ably established by His Excellency the Governor. Thank you, and God bless you. November 2022 to commission this flyover, the 8th of such flyovers in different parts of River State, constructed under the visionary, able, competent, rugged, dogged leadership of His Excellency Governor Wike, for the use of the people, not only of River State, but all those who live or pass through rivers. And like the Commissioner of Works said, may this overhead bridge translate to improve economic activity, service to commercial life, cut travel time by people who will have opportunity to drive on this road. And to you, the governor who has made this possible, may God reward you and bless you and protect you and shield you. And may He use you to commission all the other projects, so that by the time you're out of office, you can walk this and say, when I was there, this is what I saw. And as I confirmed that I came, I saw, and I believe what I've been hearing, that you are working. I ask God to bless all of us who use this road. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. The construction of flyover bridge executed by the administration of His Excellency Nancy Wike